It's really easy to simulate NS-3 scripts because now we have something called Web-NS3, and now we are not required to install any virtual machine for inside our base machine, and we are not required to install NS3 inside the virtual machine, and we need to do all those stuff now because we have Web-NS3. But there are certain things to make sure, and what I mean by certain things is, let's say if we want to simulate our custom repositories that is parent of that is child of any parent NS3 repository, or let's say we want to simulate any of the NS3 version from any of the NS3 repository that is not listed over here inside the catalog. So by default you will have NS3.45 selected over here, or these are the repositories that will be shown on the by default on your catalog page. So now in this video what we are going to see is how we can create a custom NS3 repository and how we can simulate our files on that custom NS3 repository. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So first thing first, let's get started with the thing that is very important for us to know. So this feature, which is to create a custom NS3 repository, that is not usually you will see, because if you are running a free version, or so if we go under the subscription, you will have two plans. So one is free and one is pro. So currently I am on my pro version, and if you are not on pro version, basically you won't see this kind of option to create a custom NS3 repository. And if you don't have any subscription for the pro version, so the benefits of pro is given here. So basically it allows you to execute multiple tasks. So with the basic plan you will have two files or you can say two concurrent runs possible within the batch of 3, and you might have a limited storage. But with pro you have you don't have such restrictions, because you have 5 GB of storage, and you will have a priority during the peak times, because when let's say multiple people are simulating, so you might face a delay while getting a response. But with the pro version you might your task might be prioritized, and you have a 10 concurrent runs. So basically at a single time there will be 10 files that you can run simultaneously. So let's say there is a simulation which is taking long time to gather the data and finish the execution. So in that case you can have 10 such files running in the background with the concurrent processes. So these are the benefits of pro. If you want to buy, it's really good because you have such features available for you. Now coming to the catalog option, where you might have this option, which is to create a custom NS repository. Once you have premium subscription or pro subscription, so you'll have this option. Now this option allows you to configure or allows you to provide the ability to make your custom repository. Or let's say you might have your GitHub repository, which is the parent repository, which is the actually child repository of one of the parent repository of NS3. So that is also, you can copy the repository from over here, or you can create or fork any other NS3 repository which is not provided over here by default. So let's look at the example how to do that. So let's get started. So first thing first, the first option is to copy from existing NS3 repository on the list, and the second option is to clone from Git repository. Now this option is very useful if you have your existing repository hosted on GitHub, which is a child repository of any of the parent NS3 repository. So what you can do is you can just directly provide the link over here or the branch name, and then you can clone the repository, and the cloned repository will be shown here as an index by your name, then the name of the repository link, and here you can select the whatever the repository you want to choose. Now first let's explore the first option, which is copy from existing NS repository on the list. So let's say you have this NS3.45. So what you can do is you can select this repository and you can select this option, which is to copy from existing NS repository on the list, and you can hit the create custom repository. And what will happen by doing that is you will have an index with name handle, and the repository will be copied. Now what you can do is you can go under this customization tab. You can build basically. So there are three options while coming to the build. So the first is optimize, second is debug, and third is fast. So you can choose whatever the build that you want to do. But before doing that, you can, or you have an ability to modify the existing source files. So you can go inside the NS3 dev, then you can go inside source, and you can from here you can upload whatever the files that you want to upload over here as in source file, or you can create a folder and then you can upload your files. Also you can download the files from over here. And then let's say you have your files uploaded inside the source folder. You can build this thing, and if you build this, so the task will be created inside the dashboard. So it will be like this build, and if you see the output, so I have already a build previously built the program. So usual output, terminal output that you might see while building the NS3, those all the things will be copied or shown over here. So if you see like this, now this is the way how you modify or how you create a custom repository from the list that is provided over here. Now let's say you want to clone one of your repository or NS3's repository. So let's say you want to have a branch, NS3 branch 3.44 or any older versions or any newer versions that might not be available over here. So what you can do is you can just click on this clone from GitHub repository. You can provide the repository. So if we talk about how to import how to clone from GitHub repository, so what you need to do is you need to provide the repository URL over here, and then you need to provide the branch. So let's say I want to have a branch which is NS3.44, which as you see is not available over here. And one thing to make sure is you need to select this option, which is your custom repository or any of the other variant that you want to replace this repository with. Now you can click this clone GitHub repository, and what this will do is this will start cloning the GitHub repository with the branch name that is NS3.44. And if you are not sure about this branch name, what you can do is you can go to this URL, you can go to NS3 dev, and you can see what are the branches listed over here. And from here, whatever the branch that you want to clone, you can provide the branch name over here. And now if you see, our branch is successfully copied or cloned from the GitHub repository. Now again, the simulation or the workflow of how we can customize the folder, that is same. You can go under the customize, you can add the whatever the changes or what are the things that you want to modify under the source folder, and then you can build this file. Now let's say there are certain changes in this repository, whatever the repository that is hosted by you or by NS3. In that case, what you can do is you can fetch the latest from Git over here, and if you just click on this button, so if there are any changes, those will be reflected over here inside this folder. So managing this thing is very easy. Managing this customization is very easy. Now you just need to make sure that under the catalog version, under the catalog tab actually, you have the desired NS3 build or NS3 repository that is selected over here. So let's say I want to simulate one of my simulation from NS3.44. Then what I need to do is I just need to make sure that I have 3.44 selected over here, and then I can just go to dashboard, and then I can run whatever the simulation that I want to run. So that's just easy. So that's actually it for catalog section and how you can create a custom NS3 repository. I hope you have got the idea about that. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you have got the idea about how we can create the custom NS repositories and what are the benefits that we get if we purchase the Pro subscription plan. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and we'll meet in the next one. And yeah, subscribe to our channel if you are new to this video, and if you like this content, and if you want to see such videos in the future. So we'll meet in the next one. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring.